actually meeting that happened that actually gave a lot of persons the profit. And it was as early as 7 a.m. So if you actually have, if you're on a Telegram link, you would have been able to see some of these updates and you would have been able to take advantage of it. But for those that did, congratulations to all of you. But then if you didn't, please always find a way to check up on our link and be able to join our Telegram channel to get updates on all these things. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing my screen right about now. Okay, so can you see my screen now? Okay, so all right, so this is what we've got here. This is my screen. This is my screen. All right. Now, of course, you know how we normally do it, right? US index, dollar index. Now, today, dollar index actually started on a very clean note. Dollar index started on a very clean note. It is still buying. Dollar index is still buying. You know, yesterday, after the massive sell that we had, and then, of course, sorry, after the massive buy that we had yesterday, if you remember yesterday when we started, I told you that dollar just gained strength. Even though the strength that it gained was not recorded in Forex Factory because there was no any news that actually happened in Forex Factory. The reason for this massive gain in strength is because one of the Fed officials said that they were actually looking at increasing interest rates more. All right, they were looking at increasing interest rate. It was an off mic kind of interview, and they said they were going to be increasing interest rate more, and that is actually one of the things that brought about a massive strength in this particular instrument. And of course, the strength actually continued even today. It continued even today. That actually brought about a very massive fall on gold. Even those people that followed us this morning also, you can say that we also gave out a further sell on this particular instrument, gold. But looking at dollar index, is it still going to buy or is it going to start selling? Now let's go on 5 minutes time frame. You could see that on 5 minutes time frame, you've been having a massive of consolidation market. You've been having consolidation within this period since today. Now, let me tell you one of the ways you can trade on this kind of consolidation. You know, consolidation that is not on a kind of a steady straight line is easier to trade. Like this one now is not just any consolidation. It has been like a zigzag kind of movement up and down, up and down. So even if you enter either a buy or sell, do you know that you're going to end up making profits on this kind of trade? Yes, that is the kind of consolidation this is because it is going to go up as much as it's going to be going down. So from here, it is currently bouncing off from this particular resistance. So from this point, you can actually go ahead and enter your sell. Enter your sell and let your take profit be at price 102.133. Please, on dollar index, you can go ahead and sell. Yeah, you can go ahead and sell dollar index and let your take profit be at price 102.133. Now, let me say that again. Even if the trade reverses and goes against you, don't close it because over the day, since today, you have been having this kind of consolidating process in dollar index. The only time that you will panic is if this particular trade goes above this particular verified resistance, which it has not done since today. Does that make any sense? Do you understand that? Do you understand that? I said the only time you should panic on any trade on this particular dollar index is if it goes either above this verified resistance or go below this particular proven support. But for now, you can go ahead and sell your dollar index. You can go ahead and sell your dollar index. So it means that dollar is going to go down for the time being. So what does that leave Euro USD? What does that leave? Where does that leave Euro USD? Euro USD today also, I'm going to be analyzing Euro USD using my IPM indicator. All right, great. Now, this particular trade, it's actually bounced off from this region. Now, Euro has actually not been doing perfectly well today. Euro has not been at its best today. But let me go on 5 minutes time frame. Let's see what's going on. All right. Now, Euro has not been at its best. It has also been doing the same thing. the same consolidation from here. I'm not going to be taking up that verified resistance. I'm just going to be taking here. And of course, I'm also going to be taking here. So you've been having this consolidating process here. So in that case, remember that we're selling dollar index. It means that this particular buy is still going to push up a little bit more. Do you understand? All right. So it is still going to be going a little bit higher than it is already. It is still going to be going higher up. All right. It is still going to be going higher up. All right. And that being said, we are going to be taking up a buy, but let your buy be at this point. Now, if I were you, this is what I would have done. If it goes up, I'll take up a sell. And if it comes down, I'll take up a buy, because we're going to be having this kind of repetitive process. It's like, you know, this recycling. All right. But then, of course, you're not recycling anything. But I'm just telling you that because of this kind of consolidating, it's been up and down, up and down. So if you take up any sell, don't panic. And if you take up any buy, don't panic, because if it gets here, it's going to start going up. So even if the trade finally goes up and gets to this point, all right, the only thing you can do for yourself is to close it and then enter a sell again and follow the sell all the way down. That is for Euro USD. And also the same thing is applicable to dollar index. I told you that dollar index, you can go ahead and sell. If you actually entered sell, you should have been on profit. You should go ahead and sell. Once you get here, take your profits at this point. Once you get here, enter another sell or enter another buy and take it up. If you get here, what do? You enter buy and take it all the way up. When it gets here, enter sell and come all the way down. And as you're doing that, you're definitely going to discover that the market would, in most likely, you're going to make more profit than you could even imagine on this kind of trade. All right. Now let's look at AUD CAD. Sorry, AUD USD rather. AUD USD also on 5 minutes time frame, dollar has actually been doing far better than this particular instrument, AUD, all right, over the period. And of course, it is not far-fetched. You know that dollar has actually been strong. And of course, AUD, Australian economy hasn't really been at its best for the past few weeks now. For the past few weeks. So the only advice I can give you, because look at, this was actually a very strong support on 5 minutes time frame, but it has broken below it. It has broken below. So don't get carried away by this ball that you're seeing on your IPM indicator. Don't get carried away by this particular ball. So for AUD USD, you can still go in for a sell. You can still go in for a sell. Now I'm going to give you 2 entry positions for the sell. It's either you sell at the market price, you can sell at the current market price, or you can set up a sell limit. So yeah, a sell limit at 0.67531. 0.67531. So for AUD USD, we are selling. We are selling AUD USD. Now, it is not strictly because of how strong dollar is, but also because of how weak AUD is. All right. So just like I normally say that on USD JPY, look for a comfortable place to do or to buy. The same way, in this case, look for a comfortable position to sell. And I'm telling you that you can sell immediately. You can sell immediately. You can start selling your AUD at the current market price. And what is our take profit level? Our take profit level is before the before the verified resistance. Sorry, verified support, pardon me. So you can sell right now, and you're taking your profit at price 0.67402. 0.67402. So we are selling AUD USD. We're selling AUD USD right now. We are selling AUD USD. Okay, we're selling AUD USD. All right. So if you're here to take up the trade, looking at AUD USD as it is now, yeah, we're going to be selling AUD USD. So you can go ahead and sell it and take your profit at 0.67402. But if you don't want to enter immediately, set up a sell limit at 0.67531 and take your profit at 0.67402. I think that should be able to give you some good profit on it already. All right. Now, the reason why you're seeing this a tiny little buy is just because of this engulfing candle that you're seeing here. But in either ways, AUD is still going to be pushing all the way down. But let's look at NZD USD also. NZD USD is also one instrument that actually follows. I told you that I was going to check out the relationship between NZD USD. NZD and dollar, and gold, right? I thought I was going to do that, and I did actually. I did. Now, NZD and gold actually has a very strong positive correlation. Do you notice that? Have you known that? Find out yourself. NZD and gold actually has a positive, strong correlation. All right. That's actually one of the reasons why you could use what is going on with gold to actually predict up to 70% of what is going to be happening in NZD. I will tell you more about it maybe in our next meeting. All right. But on this particular note, this instrument is bouncing off from this proven support. And what do you think is headed to? It's headed back to the verified resistance. Yeah, it's headed back to the verified resistance. So don't be carried away with this sell that is going on here. Don't be carried away with this sell, please. So I will advise from where the market is, we can go ahead and enter a buy on NZD USD. AUD USD, I already called the TP point. I called the TP. I said the TP point should be at 0.67402. 0.67402. Okay. Yeah, so Canadian dollar is coming down. Okay. AUD CAD. Okay, AUD CAD is not one of the things that we're discussing, but you can actually use what we just mentioned on AUD USD to judge about AUD CAD. If you want to look at AUD, look at it. AUD CAD is already breaking below a verified resistance. Sorry, a verified support. Don't mind the changing in this point. This is a verified support. All right. And if it breaks below the verified support, go in for a further sell. And how will you know? You can just use your oil to judge. Go and check the strength of your oil, and then you'll be able to determine the strength on AUD CAD. But what we're discussing is AUD USD, and we say that AUD USD is going to be doing more of a sell. And of course, USD NZD, yeah, you can go ahead and buy your USD NZD. USD NZD, and your take profit should be at price 0.61728. Buy up to 0.61728. 0.61728. I think that is actually a very perfect position for you to enter your trade and close up your trade also. So that is a perfect buy-in for us. Okay, so let's take a look at it's already let's see if you can look at US 2000. Now, if you want to help yourself, okay, if you want to help yourself with what has actually been happening, look at this particular trade on US 2000. Now, let's look at it on 1 hour time frame first. You discover that US 2000 just broke below a very important support level. It broke below a very important support level. And where do you think it's headed back to? It's headed back to this point. All right. I know it's actually at this level where the markets have actually done a little bit of consideration before now, but it's headed to this point. All right. It is headed to this point. So if you want to do yourself any good on US 2000, you can go in for a sell. But let's take a look at it on 5 minutes and see what is actually happening on 5 minutes time frame. All right. Now, 5 minutes time frame, it is almost at a support. It is almost as a support. So instead of you to enter immediately, you can actually set up a limit, set up a sell order at price 1876.1. 1876.1 is a perfect position for you to enter a sell. 1876.1 is a perfect position. So don't jump into the sell immediately. Enter the sell once price gets to 1876.1, and your take profit should be at all the way down here, 1873.9. 1873.9. All right, did you get that? Did you understand that? Your entry position for 2000 US 2000 should be at 1876.1, and your take profit should be at 1873.9. Now let's check my favorite instrument. So it means that I'm still going to be selling on US 2000, but I'm not going to be entering immediately. But if you want, just in case if you start buying, please put your cursor at this point. All right, put your cursor at this point, or put up your buying clothes at 1879.9. You can buy from 1879.9. You can decide to set up as a pending order, or just mark it on your chart. All right, you can mark it on your chart or set it as a pending order. 1879.9. Once price gets to 1879.9, what do? You will buy. Once price gets to 1879.9, you will do what? You can buy from that point. And once price gets to 1882.9, you can close up your buy. So these are a buy and sell orders. Buy and sell stops. So you're not entering immediately. Why? Because it is currently on a support. And of course, you don't just jump into it until the retracement starts. But to be honest, I am actually rooting for more of a sell than a buy. Now, let's look at my favorite instrument, USD/JPY. I always tell you, look for a perfect position to buy. And if you have actually been doing that, you would have been making money. You would have been making money. Look at this bounce off. Look at this bounce off on this particular instrument. But trust me, it is going to sell pretty soon. All right. Because of this particular point the price has gotten to, it might just want to push up to this point. And I will advise from where this particular instrument is on 5 minutes time frame, you can actually sell. Yeah, you can sell. But let the sell not stay for a long time. So you can sell and take your profits at price. Yeah, just right here. You can do price stacking here. And what do I mean by price stacking? So you can trade stacking rather. You can enter multiple trades. If it's going up, you can enter another one. Sell actually. All right. Enter more of a sell. Now, why would I be going in for a sell? Because look at my ADX is already beginning to show me a sell momentum. There is a perfect curve on my ADX DI minus. All right. So I'm going to be going in for more of a sell. And also because of this particular resistance that is here, so I'll be going in for a sell. So all these points are my sell regions. Please, I will advise for you to go for more of a sell. So let's see what is going to be happening because it's already time. It's already 2:30. I tried rushing in, but then of course, time we already spent much time. Okay, perfect. So all these points are my sell regions for this particular instrument. All right, these are my sell regions. So, and my take profit is all the way at price 141.886. 141.886. All right, so that is actually what I'm going to be doing right now for USD/JPY. USD/JPY, you can go ahead and start selling. Now it has gotten to the point and it's already beginning to fall below. And oh, perfect. So how many of you sold US2000? I said sell US2000. All right, and this is actually the entry that we gave. And oh, perfect. It has already gotten to our take profit point. We're not able to look at gold, but if you have gold, if you want to trade on gold, I am going in for a further sell on gold. I'm going in for a further sell on gold. All right, but but it's not going to be a very long one. I'm not staying long for that sell. It's just a very tiny little sell just to make some good money. And then, but once price gets to 1925.32, buy from that point. But for now, you can go ahead and sell your gold. US30 also. Yeah, you can actually go ahead and sell your US30. Yeah, you can go ahead and sell your US30 too. And this is already on 1 hour time frame. But going back to 5 minutes of time frame, US30, yeah, you can sell US30. It is still going down, by the way. US30 is still going down. It's not stopping. US30 is still going down. It is not stopping. And US100, let's check it out on 5 minutes and see. Please, US100, buy US100 up until 15,228. 15,228. I always tell you that don't judge US30 and US2000 with US100. US100 has a brain on its own. So it's a tech company. So you're not supposed to be judging both of them. But for US30, I am still selling all the way down. And US2000, yes, I'm still going to sell all the way down. So I told you for gold, I'm going to sell from here and then take my profit here, then buy again from that point going forward. Please don't enter any instant buy on gold immediately. I'll prefer you going for a sell on this particular instrument. So if you had entered USD/JPY, or with this particular move, you're already supposed to have been making some pretty good profit. And I told you that this particular instrument, if you're on a sell, you make profit. If you're on a buy, you're going to make profit. For dollar index also, okay, perfect. I told you that you can also do the same thing. If you sell, you would have actually made profit before price even got here. And if you bought, you would have also made profit. So in this case, they're going to be dancing in between here, and you can make profit from both buy and sell. All right, so that brings us to agro commodities. And And let's take a look at agro commodities and see what we're going to be. Sorry. Okay, so this is Naira to NGN. Remember what I always tell you about agro commodities, right? Agro commodities is still on an up push. Agro commodities is going to be pushing up. So even if there is going to be anything you're doing, look out for a more of a buy on agro commodities. No matter what, even if you want to take up a sell, like that yesterday's sell that we took, I told you, I specifically said it was just a very short sell. Don't stay long and good enough. Immediately go to our take profit. Immediately got to our top profit, which was at this point, it started going back up. So in any way, all these trades, this particular and this one too, I remember this week's support was our take profit point, and immediately got here, it started going back all the way up. So in this particular case, what you do for me is that look out for more of what a buy. Agro commodities, always look out for more of a buy. So I think that's actually what we're going to do. Even after the gap down, we're going to be, even if it has a gap down, we're going to be going for a buy. Why? Because it's an uptrend. We've always been seeing more of an up push, and it has not gotten to the highest point. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. I may not really have enough time to. Okay, now perfect. Do you see where it is headed to? Do you see where wheat is headed to? Do you understand? This is where it is headed to, and it has not even gotten there. So we still have a lot of space in between. And you know that agro commodities is actually very good with this kind of thing. All right. So in a few minutes or in a few seconds, we're going to be having what is it called? The gap. And once the gap, okay, so let's see what the market has for us. Okay, perfect. If it's even a gap up. So for corn, you can buy, okay, perfect. All of them even had a gap up. Oh, perfect. All of them actually had a gap up. So go ahead and buy your agro commodities. Go ahead and buy your agro commodities. Like I said earlier on, even if it didn't have a gap up, what's it going to buy? So right now, go ahead and have and going for your buy on agro commodities. So on wheat, we're buying wheat. On corn, we're buying corn. And on soybean, we're buying soybean. Now, remember, you don't need to stay for long, especially if you don't have enough money. But if you have good enough money, you can go in with a good lot size and make the money that you want to make, and then you're already out of the trade. But for today, on agro commodities, wheat, corn, and soybean, we're going in for a buy. Yes, we're going in for instant buy. So if you've not entered already, you should still be going into the trade right now. You can still be going into the trade. You can still be taking up the trade. Yes, you can still be taking up the trade on agro commodities. I'm going to be going in for a buy on agro commodities. Yes, if you've not entered, you still have the time because it's still going to be pushing up. Now, like I was saying, this particular corn is headed to the next verified resistance. And if you check it out on daily time frame, you could see that we still have good enough space. All right, good enough space for this particular instrument to thrive. So this is where it's mostly going to be headed to next. So even if you do this, you discover that it is still up at that point. Please still go in for a buy on agro commodities. Wheat, soybean, and corn, I am going in for a buy on all of them. And I believe that on US 1000, you made profit. On US 100, if you enter the buy, you should have made profit also, even though I did not analyze it. But I said US 30, I am still selling, right? I'm still selling my US 30. And I said I'm selling gold also. Dollar index, if you are buy and sell, will make you some good profits. But once it breaks any of these points, okay, you can actually call it a quit. And for USD CAD, yes, I think we've actually made our profit for USD CAD. All right, so from where USD CAD is right now, yeah, you can actually go ahead and enter a buy on USD CAD from where it is right now. You can go ahead and enter a buy on USD CAD. And GBP USD, yes, right now you can also enter your buy and you should be able to make your still profit. And USD JPY, I'm going in for a sell because of this particular formation that I've got here. So that alone, I think that should be that for today. And congratulations to anybody that actually took some of this trade. And of course, wheat and corn and soybean, we are still going to be going in for a further buy on agro commodities. Okay, somebody just asked a question. I've actually been saying, I've been seeing the messages from him. I should say something about oil. But then the thing is that I'm not going to be saying anything about oil because oil is not part of the instruments we're looking at for today. But I can actually take that for tomorrow. But for today, I can't say anything about oil because oil is not part of what we are looking out for. We're looking out for US indices. Oil is not a part of them. All right, so thank you everybody for joining me today. And like I said earlier on, sorry the meeting started a little bit late, but tomorrow, same time, same station. Do well to join us. Have a lovely day.